From the streets to the studio, from crisis to recovery, from awareness to action. Ask the Messengers. We bring you real talk about public health, addiction and recovery, and the issues that matter most in our communities. The message is hope. The message is change. Ask the Messengers begins now. Today on Ask the Messengers, in our Women Do Recover series hosted by our street reporter Lashon Battle, courageous women share their powerful journeys of overcoming addiction, offering hope and healing to those still struggling. Plus, in our author series hosted by Kimberly Mallory, her guest is entrepreneur and author Ray Burns, who talks about his book, From Lack to Legacy.
Substance use among women. 19.5 million women have used an illicit drug. 5.3 million women have an alcohol use disorder.
What made you start getting high?
My kid's father introduced me to it.
And how long did you use?
Over 30 years, off and on.
Have you ever overdosed?
Yes, I overdosed in 22. Had a cardiac arrest. I was in a coma for 4 days. I don't remember smoking no crack, but that's what they found in my system. I was so drunk, so.
And your clean date is?
10/16/24.
What was your drug of choice?
Percocets and marijuana.
How did you get started?
I started just hanging with friends. I saw my male friend do it and I just tried it and it was all downhill from there.
How old were you when you started?
I believe I was 19.
When did you get to the point where you said, look, enough is enough, I'm done?
When I can't, be a mother to my children, when I don't have a relationship with my grown sons, they look at me, then I got a little baby, At least I got 7 kids. At least I could try to do the right thing with the last one because the rest are grown.
When you was in your addiction, when did you get to the point where you said, look, enough is enough, I'm done?
When my dad told me I disappointed him when I stole from him.
How did your using affect your relationship with your family?
It destroyed it. I've got 7 kids and 2 of them is standoffish. They don't mess with me.
When they found out I was using the pills, it affected it because I was stealing from my dad and he found out. And I just told him, I got honest about what I was doing. He told me I needed to go to rehab.
If there anyone out there that you would like to make a direct amends to, I want you to look into that camera and talk directly to them.
Anthony and Brendan, all 7 of them. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this to nobody. I really didn't know that I was hurting them. I didn't. I didn't know that I was hurting them like I did. My son is in therapy because of me. He's in therapy. And I'm doing the right thing today. Hopefully they'll come around, I'm doing it this time. It's over with. My heart can't take it no more. I done had 2 cardiac arrests messing with that mess.
I would say to my family for the things I put them through, and I'm just gonna stay clean and continue to be the best person I can be.
Look in that camera, say your name, and make amends to yourself.
Viva D, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try harder than I ever tried before. I've been given so many chances. I come around here in the 90s and I'm still trying, but I'm doing better than I ever done before out of all them years. I'm doing good. I feel good. And it makes you mental. That stuff messes with your mental state. You hearing voices and all this, that's nothing but the devil. It's the devil. But I stay on my Bible and I stay close to God. And when he come for me, I run to the Lord because I can't go out that door. I had to stop going to my sisters. I got 1 sibling. I had to stop going to her house to take care of my mom because she has liquor in the refrigerator, on the side of the refrigerator, on the back of the refrigerator. I just stopped going. I haven't seen my mom in almost a month. And I don't mean to not go around them, but we don't have nothing in common. I don't drink, you know, and then I'll be there by myself with just her and my mom, and the refrigerator is calling me. I mean, it's calling me. I had to stop going to my sick mother because I have to save myself. I don't have nobody watching over me. I don't have nobody, just like my family. They don't understand what it is. They think it's something I like. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. They said it's hereditary. It comes from my father. But I'm clean today. I'm doing better today. I'm having fun today. I ain't never had this much fun in the fellowship. Not like this, not hanging with my sponsor. So I love her to death. She never gave up on me, y'all, after 20, 30 something years. That's a long time to stick with somebody. She cussed me out, fuss at me, leave me, pull off on me, but she never gave up on Viva. And I love her to death for that.
I want you to look into the camera and give somebody who want to pick up for the very first time a hope shot.
Don't do it basically, but if you do it and you see where it take you, go to rehab, get treatment. I went to rehab at 24. I had my first clean birthday at 25, and I like this side. I like the clean side.
I want you to look into the camera and give somebody a hope shot that's probably struggling, that might want to pick up for the very first time, don't know what road they're going down.
Don't do it, because you get hooked on it the first time. I did. Just don't do it. You could destroy your whole family single-handedly. You could kill everybody's spirit, break everybody's heart, and you got to look at them like that. And I feel bad because, like, my two sons that don't mess with me, I miss them. I miss them so much.
Treatment among women. Fewer than 11% of women with a substance use disorder received treatment in 2019. Barriers to treatment are stigma and societal expectations, childcare responsibilities, and fear of losing custody of children.
How did your using affect your relationship with your family?
It messed us up. I had a daughter at the time. My daughter, she changed. She pushed away from me. And that's just like and my grandmother. I broke my grandmother's heart. She really was very disappointed in me.
When did you get to the point where you said, look, enough is enough, I'm done?
One day, I was up, and it was the new year, and I just was tired of feeling the way I was feeling and the things I was hearing. Like, I was hearing voices one day, and I just got tired of hearing the voices. They was telling me things that some part of my heart didn't believe. So I just got tired of hearing it, and I knew I had to fix it some way, somehow.
Is there anyone out there that you would like to make a direct amends to? If so, I want you to look directly into that camera and talk to that person.
To my family, because I want to say I apologize and thank them for sticking in my corner, even though I disappointed them a lot. And thank you for the support and never giving up on me.
Now I want you to look in the camera, and I want you to give somebody a hope shot that's maybe thinking about picking up for the very first time and don't know what road they're about to go down.
Well, listen, firsthand, when you hear your heart telling you no, and you feel like you know it's wrong, but you feel like you gotta do it, don't do it. Please don't do it. It's gonna be like tug of war for that minute, but if you win that war, you're gonna have a best life ever. Just never pick up. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
Now I want you to look into that camera and say your name and make amends to you.
Christina J. I'm proud of you. that you have decided to turn your life around. I'm not mad at you. I just hope you learn that it's better on this side, and you have no reason to go back. I hope you realize that you have no reason to go back, and how happy you are now. So just remember those things and you'll always stay clean.
Recovery among women. 73.1% report being in recovery. Around 80% reported improved quality of life after completing treatment.
If you have a recovery story of your own and would like to share it right here on our show, record the video and send it to us. Our email information is right there on the screen, askthemessengers@gmail.com. Have you ever experienced bullying and come out stronger, or are you still on your journey of healing? Your story could inspire others to find hope, strength, and understanding. We're inviting you to share your bullying experience in a short video, whether you are a teen facing challenges or an adult looking back on what you've overcome. Your voices matter. Here's how to participate. Record a short video, 3 to 5 minutes, sharing your story. Be as open and honest as you feel comfortable. Then email your video to askthemessengers@gmail.com. You'll be contacted if your video is selected. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, valued, and supported. Your story could help someone realize that you're not alone, and let's stand together against bullying and build a world of kindness and understanding.
I have Ray Burns with me, such an amazing man. Not only is he an author, he's also an entrepreneur. So I want to kind of turn it over to him. He wrote a book. It's called From Lack to Legacy. So Ray, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be here with you all today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Ray, can you just tell us a little bit about who you are?
Okay. Well, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I started entrepreneurship at the ripe young age of around 10 or 11. My grandmother was the inspiration for that. She bought me a 20-pound sack of peanuts. You know, she's from Meridian, Mississippi, so they'd send out to get pecans and peanuts by the boatload. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And one summer I stayed with her, and she bought a 20-pound sack of peanuts, and all my friends wanted some. So, you know what I mean? Times wasn't as good as they are now back then. You know what I mean? I'm like, you ain't about to eat up my snack for the whole summer. So I started selling them. And my grandma went and got me some Ziploc bags to put them in, and some labels to put the name on them, because it was different kinds. So she taught me how to roast them, and she taught me how to have the regular ones, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I started making a variety of roasted peanuts. And that's how my entrepreneurial journey started, right then and there that summer, the summer that I turned 10 years old. And my grandmother always told me that you want to have some type of independence as well as financial backing for yourself, because no one is coming to save you. And I always took that message, and it kind of, what they call that, spearheaded my entrepreneurial journey, where I always knew that I wanted to be the person that made the decisions, because sometimes as a group of people, we need a decision maker out of our circle. We need a decision maker out of our household to make the best decisions economically for our family. So
and so listen, so you started out at the age of 10. So I mean, it must have just been in your blood to, want to be an entrepreneur, which is so amazing. But now I want to kind of pivot. I want to talk about your book, From Lack to Legacy. Now, what inspired you to write that book?
The same story. Understanding that it's not a blueprint to entrepreneurship. It's not a blueprint to what we would call success inside of our community. So from lack to legacy is understanding that you can come from nothing, and your legacy isn't just a financial situation, but it's a how many people that you help situation, how many people that you can inspire. What does your legacy or your footprint really mean in this world? And a lot of people think because you come from nothing that your footprint means nothing. So the
Wow.
book is to inspire those that come from nothing to know that every day you wake up, you can lay a different fabric to your thread count that equals your legacy. You know what I mean? So that's what from lack to legacy means. It's just for those that think that you're stuck in a position and your position means nothing. When that's not the truth, your story means everything. So
That's
that's
right.
what from back to legacy means.
Right. That's really good. You said some powerful things right there. Yeah. Lack to legacy. That is really good. So now from going from lack, not having a lot when you were growing up, to making a legacy for, your children, your children's children, yourself, your wife, for making a legacy, you became an entrepreneur. Can you tell us just a little bit? And, you told me a story about how you had started something when you were really young and people didn't believe in you. And now here we are today with AI. And this is something that had already been in your heart, on your heart, in your mind. Tell us briefly about that part.
Okay, so I was able to start a technology company. It's a fintech based company, but it pinpoints automations for different systems inside your business utilizing artificial intelligence. Being able to pull a brain and create a persona that allows you to do and have artificial intelligence employee that works 24 hours, 7 days a week. So and back in 2018, I got some copyrights from 2018. People were laughing at me when I was going into their business and I was telling them that they need to start learning artificial intelligence. Fast forward today, we have what we call a triangle effect of greatness because going up one side, we have products. So we have products that help your business as well as help your livelihood when it comes to that entrepreneurial journey. And then on the other side, we have programs that teach you how to utilize the artificial intelligence. We have a business scope that if you're a startup, if you're an existing business, or even if you're in corporate America, we come in and teach you the introductory of how to not get yourself replaced, but but to build inside of that workforce and be caught up with the times because it's not the future, it's the now. Then we
That's
also
right.
have two community scopes where we teach youth as well as parents how to utilize the tool of artificial intelligence properly, as well as our 50 and plus community. We call that our seasoned community, going into nursing homes and assisted living homes and teaching our generations behind us how to move forward with us. So we'll all be on the same page. So that's a little bit about what we created and what we do. And the name of that company is the Revenue Success Club.
All right. And that was the question I was going to ask next because you told us all about the company. Now tell us the name of the company.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
is there anything else that you would just like to say or talk about before, we move on?
Yes. I'm just, for entrepreneurs, if it's a point where you feel like you're struggling, where you feel like you have reached a ceiling or a plateau where you can't go forward, the answer is not working in your business. The answer is working on your business. So you need automations and different systems that can help you so you can play at a bigger pace. You can play a bigger game, get into bigger leagues of things. So learning automations, figuring out how to use automations is something that you don't need to do today. You needed to do it yesterday. So tomorrow it has to be done, if that makes sense.
And it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people think that today that if they have AI in their companies, that it's going to start replacing employees, but it will enhance what the employee is already doing as well as advance the company itself. So AI is really, like you said, the now. Also, I had a chance to talk with you a little bit about your business, and you have something called a DNA audit.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So the revenue DNA audit is we use triangular satellites to pull the information for any business that's registered within the country or outside of the country where we can know exactly what's going on with their digital footprint. And we utilize AI to give us a score. And that score lets us know where you are inside of that digital footprint. And it's scored on 5 different things. So such as your website presence, your listings to see where you're listed at and where you're not listed at for advertisement. It lets us know what your social media presence is, what the algorithm is feeding your company or how it's allowing you to be affected by shadow bans and stuff like that. So we're able to utilize technology to build technology that helps your business move forward. So with that DNA audit, it takes about 5 minutes. We look your business up and we pull a complete report. Someone said it's like the credit report for your business, but it lets us know exactly what you need and what you're missing inside of your company.
Right. So in layman's term, everybody, what he is saying is once this company pulls your DNA, they can tell you the things that you need to work on with your company, not the things that are broken, because we're talking about the things that AI can help you with and the things that, you're already doing good in. It's a lot of companies they don't even really know that. Mm-hmm. So now as we end this conversation, I would really like for you to look into that camera. Somebody might say, oh, you know what? I'm very interested in AI, but I'm afraid. A lot of people are afraid of this technology. Look into that camera and give those people some words of encouragement.
As an entrepreneur that failed several times, mm-hmm. That constantly fails. I look to fail every day because it gives me a blueprint of what I need to do better and how to become better. Artificial intelligence has spiked my productivity over 700%. And that's a lot of percent because I'm able to give tasks to my AI employee that no one else can do as efficient as that technology base. So being scared is another thing of fear. And we know that fear is false evidence appearing real. And we know that it's something that we have to grow out of. And if we don't want to be the person that's behind the 8 ball as a community, or as entrepreneurs, we have to get inside of the race. And inside of the race right now is you need somebody that believes in your mission without emotional attachment. And you can afford it because it don't cost as much as a full-time employee just to do the things that you can automate, which means that it can move faster than you could ever move because it's technology on technology. So listen, now is the time to remove those fears. Finance and fortune starts with an F, but don't have fear in it at all.
Connect with Ray Burns, aka The Revenue Buff, on all social media platforms.
Would you like to help us save lives? You can do so by partnering with us here at Ask the Messengers by making a donation of any amount. The people in your communities need your support. Help us extend our reach and impact more lives. Supporting our organization is as easy as a click of a button. Just visit our site shown on the screen from your phone or computer where you will see a yellow donation button. Ask the Messengers is waiting on your partnership, and your community is waiting on you.
If you prefer mailing your donations, send your check or money order payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send it to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Well, that concludes this week's episode of Ask the Messengers, and we're asking you to take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you to our guests today, and we hope the information shared will be of some help to you, your family, and your community. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and keep standing for what's right. See you next time, right here on Ask the Messengers.